Welcome back to the channel. Today, guys, we have another review to do today. This one's going to be on the JBL Vibe 100 TWS. Moving forward, we're just going to call them the JW Vibes. Basically, you can find this product at Best Buy amongst other stores for about $49.99, but don't fret, the price actually varies depending where you shop. So with that being said, we're going to dive into that, and we're going to talk some specs and see if this thing is actually worth purchasing. So right off the bat, like most of my videos, I always tell you where I get this product. Now, I personally did purchase this from Burlington Coat Factory for more money than what I should have. It's actually $39.99. Granted, the regular price, I believe, is $49.99, but because it's been out for a while, this actually varies in price. And the cheapest you can get these are about $22 online, $30 at a regular store on sale. If you're paying that $50 price, you are being suckered because these definitely have been on sale at many outlets. So anywho, this is the headset right here itself, of course. I already took it out of the box, but I'm gonna show you real fast what it comes with. I know some people say my videos are super long, so I'm not changing that, but I will timestamp the video so you can go ahead and skip forward on whatever part you like. So it does come with your USB-C. This is the signature orange cable that comes with basically every JBL headphone product at this point. And it's short enough where it can be hooked up to a PC or something, to a computer, or just some type of headset, some type of outlet. Like if you have a computer and you want to plug it into a USB to plug your product, you have your rubber earbud tips. So you have your larges right here, you have your smalls, and of course the earbuds themselves have the medium. We're going to check that out in a second. When you actually get your earbuds, this is going to be wrapped around this, of course, and there's going to be some little tabs inside that stop the contacts from touching so that you won't be wasting battery life. So this is fairly charged when you first get it. And of course you have your books right there. And we'll talk about all that nonsense in a moment. But for right now, this is just the unboxing. So let me put this stuff away real fast, tuck that away. And we're gonna talk some actual text specifications in a moment. So this is the headset right here. As you can see, USB-C cable right here. Unfortunately, it doesn't have any discernible options like fast charging or 10 minutes for 2 hours of talk time or anything like that. It's just not capable of doing that. If we look at the headset itself, what I will say is this reminds me of the J-Lab Ergo Pops. There we go. J-Lab Ergos, I believe they're called. I forget what they're called, but it's a J-Lab headset where it has an open top design. Now, I'm not a huge fan of this because there will be dust and dirt or anything if you have these in your pockets. They come out with no issue. They are in mono mode, mono and stereo, so you can use the left by itself or the right by itself. Here is a look of the actual headset so you guys can get a better idea of how it looks. So a little air dirt right there. This is how it fits. I've been using them for about 2 weeks now just to kind of get a better idea of how, well they work in longevity and comfort and things like that. And one of the things I do like about this particular headset is that it has a physical button, which is the thing that a lot of headsets don't have these days. Though what I will say is when you have this in your ear, the button is actually pretty soft. So when you're pressing it, it doesn't feel like you're pressing deeper into your ear canal like some headphones actually do. So it's not bad. It actually has a good feel. I only bought the purple color is because, unfortunately, it's what they had at the store. Remember, when you buy things at Burlington or Ross or certain stores, you get what you get. It's first come, first serve. Now, if you want different colors like black or blue, I know it comes in different colors. Basically, you would have to actually go to like a actual store, something similar to Burlington Coat Factory. I'm sorry, not Burlington. Something similar to like a Micro Center or a Best Buy would be better to actually get this product in different colors. And those are places where you normally get the sales, especially Best Buy. So when you just look at the actual case itself, these headphones, if you drop them in, they just kind of fall in place. If they don't, you just kind of wiggle it right there. Your battery meter is right here, let you know if they're currently charging or not. Right here, you actually have like I said, the USB-C in the back. So everything is here. Now, these are IPX2, I believe, when I looked on the website. And that basically means you better not be caught in the rain. Like if you're in a light rainstorm, you have these on, they should be fine. If you're trying to go swimming, I do not suggest that at all. It's not going to end very well for you. Do not do that. Make sure that this case is covered at all times, meaning it's in your pocket. If it starts raining, you might want to flip the case a certain way so that If you have not cheap pants, but light pants, like sweatpants or something, you don't want your rain to get into this and touch the contacts, because that will damage your headset. So with that being said, what we're going to go ahead and do is, the first thing I want to do for you guys, because this is the most important aspect of of any headset, is the actual sound quality and comfort. So with that being said, we're going to hop over to that section right now, and then we're going to do more tech specifications and things like battery life and yada yada yada. All right, guys, so this right here is actually the audio sample for this section of the video, the JBLs. As you can see, this is how the quality is going to sound if you're doing any type of recordings or if you're having a conversation. So any clarity or lack of clarity that you hear right now, this is what it is. There's no real editing the sound to really change it unless you have some type of program that does that. But again, most people are going to use this headset, as you can see in the ear. I would say probably for just casual music and talking. That's what these earbuds are normally for. There is no app setting on a PC. Remember, when hooked up to a PC, it's strictly Bluetooth, and there isn't really any editing of the noise that you see, so you get them in their original quality. And if you're looking at the feel or the look of the headset in the ear, they are comfortable. They're a little chunkier than what I would prefer, but what I noticed about this particular headset, this is very similar to the what are they called? Not JBL, but the JLab Ergos or JLab Ergo Pops. You could definitely tell that they took that design, that open design where the case stays open at all times, but the magnets are strong enough where the headset won't fall off, like I demonstrated earlier in this video. So with that being said, let's go ahead and hop to the next section and talk some more about, I guess, syncing process and music. So right here, we're going to talk some tech specifications. Like we mentioned earlier, these are IPX2. That is what the website says. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and go with. Doesn't actually say on the box what they are, but again, when you actually research a product, it'll definitely let you know. Like we discussed before, these have mono mode where you can actually switch between, what is it called? I should know what it's called. It basically means that you can use the headset together, left and right at the same time. Or you do have the option to actually use it separately, where if you just want to use the left ear, you can. If you just want to use the right ear, that you can, and you should have no issues with that. Unfortunately, the battery life for these are 5 hours, and you're looking at a total of 15 hours in the case. So when you get these, 20 hours total is what you get out of this particular headset. And I'll just take a look at, have you guys take a look at this again while I'm talking to you. So you're looking at a total of 20 hours in the headset, 5 in the actual earbuds themselves, and then you actually get 15 in the case itself. I believe it takes about 2 to 3 hours to completely charge the headset from 0% to 100. When I say headset, we're talking about the case itself. So it's not rapid charging or anything like that. It doesn't have any features where you do 10 minutes will give you 2 hours of charge or anything like that of talk time, or hour talk time in 10 minutes so you can go outside. No, this is more of a situation where you just pop them inside the case. They'll charge. It is what it is. If you're using one earbud, like most people, especially if you're at work or you're in a situation where, again, you're at work, you can't walk around with 2 earbuds in your ear. And if you do, well, God bless you. But most jobs, they require office jobs or certain things. If you want to play a podcast or something in your ear, you will get 5 hours out of the ear, be it talk time or just listening time. So that's pretty much the same on that aspect. That's pretty much it when it comes to tech specifications. Unfortunately, also, and this is the big one for a lot of JBL lovers, there is a JBL app that you can actually use. Unfortunately, this guy right here is not supported in that app. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen anything like it. There was no options to really switch between signature bass through application. It didn't support these at all. So if you're buying these headphones thinking that you're going to get some type of software updates, that's just not going to happen, unfortunately. But what I will say is, again, for the price point, because you can find these as low as 20-something dollars, they aren't bad at all. Now, if I had to compare these to the JLab Ergo Pops, these are definitely better. It's a better build quality. It feels more solid. The other ones feel more cheap, and they're using better materials to make this headset. But at a $50 price point, get out of here. That's definitely not happening. But again, most people will not pay $50 for these, so it's still worth it. Even at a $40 price point, granted, there are much better headphones out there, or ones that, I'm not going to say much better and just disrespect JBL, but there are other headphones that match it in terms of its price. Like Anchor headphones are amazing. If you haven't seen this channel, I do a lot of Anchor reviews, and those tend to range between the $20, $30 to $80 to $100, well, between $30 to $120 price range, and the sound for each of them is very, very good. But it's not an Anchor commercial. We're talking about this particular headset. So with that being said, that's basically the tech specs of what these offer. They have heavy bass, like most JBLs do. They're deep bass is what they call it. But realistically, I'm not going to really dive into that, only on the simple fact that with this particular product, JBL always had great bass with all their headphones. So I'm not going to sit here and say that these are better than the, I'm not even sure what other JBL dimensions. They just have that signature JBL sound where quality of music is really good. But I don't want to spoil that part. We're going to hop into another section. Actually, I'm going to show you guys how to sync these bad boys and how the music quality sounds. So let's kind of just hop into that section right now. All right, so for this portion of the video, we're going to go ahead and show you how to sync. I said we, like I work alone. I want to show you how to actually sync this headset right now. So you take them out of the case. Some other headphones, normally you don't have to take them out of the case, but this particular pair you do. So they don't have any in-ear detection. So for those that are wondering what that is, with AirPods or Galaxy Buds or certain JBLs or even certain Anchor headphones, when you put it inside your ear, what in-ear detection is, it'll know that you're using a headset, and it'll actually, what's the word we're looking for here? Connect when it's in your ear, disconnect when it's not. And that's a way to actually save battery, so that if you take it out of your ear to hear someone, or you're tired of using the earbuds, you don't have to actually find your case and fumble around and get it. You'll actually be able to just talk in your regular headset. Now, obviously you can go to your Bluetooth and change those settings yourself and turn that off, or you could just switch inside your Bluetooth during the phone call. But it's ease of convenience for people that may not know all the technicalities of a phone. So I do appreciate when companies put that in there. But for this price point, I don't expect these to have them anyway. Anywho, that is that. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is put these in the ear right now. And if it sounds like I'm talking a little louder, it's because I have them in my ear. And I'm going to give you kind of a accurate reenaction of how I feel the music sounds. So we're going to go ahead and go to Samsung Music. We're going to have some sample music that I already made. So no copyright strikes over here. What are we going to use today? Let's try this one. Okay, like I said, these headphones are very rich in bass. Like if you have a lot of instruments when you use FL Studio or GarageBand, whatever you use, you can, one moment. All right, the beat dropped. It sounds really good. Now what I will say is a lot of times, if you're using an application like Apple Music, not Apple Music, but iTunes or the Apple Music application, you do have the option to go to the settings and actually change how the equalizer, there we go, how the equalizer sounds. Now for me, just to show you, this is on normal. I don't have it on bass or anything like that. I don't have it on Dolby Digital. I didn't add any extra sound effects whatsoever. So you're getting a accurate description of what I'm hearing right now. So when it comes to bass, the bass is very, very heavy. I actually normally mix different basses together whenever I make some type of beat. And it sounds rich, it sounds deep. It doesn't sound like muggy and messy like some other artists make it on purpose. You know, kind of give it an aesthetic to the music. Sounds really good. The instruments, the pianos, different things that I have inside of this, it's very, very clear. Even when, let me turn that up. Yeah, even at the highest volume. Let me turn it down. I don't want my brain to explode. But even at the highest volume, what happens here is the music doesn't struggle. It doesn't break apart. It's, you know, normally when you go up higher in volume, the music tends to struggle where you hear tears and rips and the sound quality, and you don't get that feeling of how the artist basically intended the song to feel. That happens with normal cheap headsets. Because this has that signature JBL sound and the quality of music with bass and just mids and highs, it does a really good job of not only keeping the quality of the volume and the bass, but it also allows you to be able to hear every instrument. I'm not gonna say the way the artist intended, but more so, it doesn't feel like you have a cheap mid-tier headset. It feels like you have quality of music. Unfortunately, when it comes to call quality or recording quality, that's a different story because you saw that earlier in the video. I got to knock that out right away. That's something that can be desired. But when you buy headphones like these, it's more so of a, let me actually pause it. I'm talking super loud. I can hear myself talking loud. Anyway, like I said, normally when you buy headphones like these, you're buying them for the quality of music, the quality of sound, not so much call quality. I know it sounds crazy to say that, but every headphone has a particular purpose. Some are just to get off in the market because they don't care and they're trying to make quick money. But JBLs, typically the reason they cost more money is because the quality of the actual music, the fact that it has signature bass, the fact that they take time to actually give you a great connectivity experience, things like that. You know what I forgot to say? These are actually also Bluetooth 5.0. I forgot to mention that. So there you go, I'm throwing that in there. I can honestly say that the music quality sounds very, very good. At one point, obviously, someone's going to listen to this and say you're crazy, but I'm not a professional music maker. And a lot of times I had over-the-head headphones. I had a buddy, actually, I forget the name, but he gave me a professional pair of headphones, and that's what I used to use to make beats. And then from there, certain earbuds that I use actually could bring out the quality of what I was listening to, especially when it came to bass. And these do a good job of that. Like there are times where I used to use just earbuds, wireless earbuds, because I was being lazy, to make music. And JBL's was one of those companies where when I made them, even if other people listened to my music or if I put it on another speaker, it sounded exactly the way I intended. Because a lot of times you might use a particular headset, you'll put bass, you'll do this, you do that, but if you don't use the right hats, you don't use the right kicks, what ends up happening is when you play it on a regular speaker, it sounds like it's struggling. The beats like boop, 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 like that. It sounds terrible. And it's not that boom, boom bass that you wanted. So I will say that, I know it sounds crazy the way I'm talking right now, but any person that's ever tried to make a beat or just attempted to put hats in it and different things, it was hard to level out the sound when you first started. And a lot of headphones picked up on that. So my hats were louder than my kicks and it was nuts. It was crazy. But anyway, I got better over time. But the point of this is that the quality of sound is really, really good on this headset, even though the fact that it has no app support, which I don't care about app support for a headset for this price. Unfortunately, it doesn't have it. But if you're looking for this for music, you're going to get some awesome, awesome quality. And I'm honestly going to say, I'll give this about an 8 out of 10 in the mid-tier market. And that's saying something because mid-tier to me is about, I don't know, $20. No, not 20. That's kind of lower end. But mid-tier is kind of changing as time goes on because there are some $20 headphones that will destroy some higher end headphones. But I say about an 8 out of 10. 7 out of 10. And that's including the call quality. It would have been higher, like 8 out of 10, if we would have just said strictly music. Because I don't have any sound profiles to switch to, unfortunately, that's that. The last thing that I will do is, and I apologize guys for that, let me go ahead, these have physical buttons, so let's go through the process of actually changing the physical buttons. So let me play this. Let me see. All right, so if I tap it once, pauses it. I tap the right side once. Let me tap the left side once. All right, so if you tap the left side or the right side once, it's gonna pause and play your music, either or. Remember, it works in mono mode. If I double tap, it goes to the next song. Let me see. Yes, double tapping on the right side goes to the next song. Let me double tap on the left side. Double tapping on the left side, same thing. Remember, because it works independently if you choose it to. So if I tap 3 times, see, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so if you tap 3 times, what happens is either if you're at the beginning of a song, it'll go to the previous song, or if you're already playing the song and you're obviously a few seconds in, it'll just restart the same song. So it can go to the previous song, or you can just start the song over again, depending on how far into the song that you actually are. That could be a little pain for people that's trying to go to the previous track, because what it'll do is it'll just keep forcing you to listen to the same one, unless you click it like practically 6 times, and that's a lot. What I'm also gonna do is see what happens if I hold it, as a matter of fact. Let's see. Okay. So when I held it, it actually brought up the, let's say Google Translator. It brought up the Google Assistant or just Google where I can actually talk to the assistant and search whatever it is that I want. So basically the left side and the right side do literally the same commands because again, in mono mode, it has to. They had to make it in a way where you can do your commands without any problems. Like I said before, when I was pushing these in my ear while pressing the button, I did feel not much pressure. Like I did have to, single taps and double taps were awesome. Triple taps, I did feel it kind of pushing in my ear a little bit deeper in my ear canal, and I didn't really care for that because these are some chunky behind headphones if we're looking at this. But anywho, let's go into the last section and just talk about if this is actually worth purchasing. So for those that have been to my channel in the past, you already know that I do a lot of Anker headphones and off-brands, but Anker has been my favorite. Naturally, I think they actually surpassed JBL in just overall quality of headphones. But when we talk about these, $49.99, yes, these headphones are worth $49.99 if we're talking about the quality of music. Absolutely, if we're talking about call quality, these are yucky. I'm just gonna be honest with you, they're not very good in inclement weather, meaning foggy weather where, this is foggy weather. Foggy weather where there's a lot of just wind blowing, things like that. So fog is actually fine, but it's more so everything else. The wind blowing, rainstorms, subway, it didn't work very well. People talking, it picks up a lot of the noise around you. So unfortunately, for those that are looking for the best call quality that you can possibly get, these definitely aren't them. If you're one of those people where you love music, you're a music lover, and you're not trying to spend a top dollar, this will work for you. What I will say is that even though the fit works for me, these are some chunky behind headphones. Normally the ones that have the stems tend to be smaller overall and fit in the ear easier. Though with these, as long as they fit in your ear, they stay snug. For people with small ears, it's probably going to fall out. Just going to be honest with you. Because you can find them on sale for under $50. Normally 22 online, 29 regular stores, 39 probably at being the most. It's not, again, it's not a bad headset. It's not bad at all. Like this is something that I would use if I was listening to podcasts and certain things. Because I have so many headphones, I'll never make these a primary, obviously. But I wouldn't feel bad about using these. Like if I lost my AirPods and I would just wanted to use these for just music listening, they sound great. If I want to use these for hook up to my tablet, because I do like little intros and use Canva and things like that, and I want to make sure the sound matches and yada, 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 I'll use these. Realistically, again, the headphone market, the mid-tier market is insane. You have Earfun, you have so many companies, you have J-Labs, you have so many companies out there that are making products that are more reasonably priced than these. These are definitely $29.99 in my opinion, no more, no less. Well, definitely less, but $29.99 maximum. And if you can get it for that price, I say it's a major go, absolutely. If not, if it costs more, you happen to walk into the store and see this, and you see the J-Lab Ergo Pops. Well, J-Lab Ergo Pops are $20. And on sale, a lot of times they're $12.99. And you'll still get amazing quality of sound. And guess what? You'll actually get better battery life. So that's something also to think about. But if you're a brand loyalty type person and you see these, you like the aesthetic, you like the way they look, you like the open design with this, you know, the magnets, these guys aren't going to come out. So they're cool headphones. But anywho, that is the video. If you have any questions, you want me to do any more tests, let me know. I am not rich out here, so I won't be just buying any headset, but I will try my best to kind of give you guys a better idea of some of these mid-tier to high-end headphones. Until then, be safe. And like I said before, subscribe and share the link if you want to. Or at least subscribe so we can kind of just, you know, talk about it.